Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the Terminator RPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, where mankind fights for survival against Skynet, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to finish with the character creation process, starting with figured stats. We have, of course, hit points. They are a measure of how much physical damage a character can sustain. A character's maximum hit points are equal to their strength stat plus 15. Then we have other things such as willpower, which is a measure of mental strength and a character's ability to remain in control under the crippling weight of fear. A character starts with their maximum willpower. This may be reduced through coming face to face with the reality of Skynet's machines, or through various encounters during the game. A character's maximum willpower is equal to their cool stat plus 15. Now, movement, of course, is a measure of how far a character can move on foot during a single combat round, as well as being a representative value of speed when compared side by side with other characters. Distance is calculated in meters, giving players a recognizable measurement to work with when visualizing different scenes. A character's closing and rushing speeds show exactly how many meters they may move during a single combat round. Closing speed represents a character edging forward as they shoot or strike, whereas a character's rushing speed represents them running, diving, or moving under the duress of a combat situation. In addition, a character's rushing speed is increased by 1 for every 2 ranks they have in the athletics skill, rounding down. Concerning encumbrance, a character can only carry a certain amount of gear before it simply becomes too heavy and they begin to struggle. To represent encumbrance during the game, all items have a weight factor. A character's encumbrance is equal to 2 plus their character's strength score plus their ranks in the endurance skill. And this encumbrance capacity could be affected by wounds. Perhaps you have a wounded arm or leg, or maybe your strength drops for whatever reason. Then we have the initiative bonus. Initiative is a character's ability to move deftly without distraction in a purposeful way. It is recorded as a bonus on the character sheet and covered as a part of combat. A character's initiative bonus is equal to the character's dexterity score plus their concentration score, plus their ranks in the tactics skill. This value is used during combat when determining the character's initiative value. Due to the listed resistance ability, scout characters always add 1 to their initiative bonus. When it comes to finishing touches, character creation is concluded by investing a little time into working out the name, details, personality, and background of your character. A synopsis of the character's background should be recorded in the space provided on the character sheet. Now let's talk about advanced character creation. In the basic Terminator RPG rules, playing a cyborg is not prohibited, but it is not specifically supported. It is recommended that players seeking to play unusual character types start by checking with their director or game master, and then coming to an accommodation regarding their stats and skills. In many cases, a cyborg is just a particularly tough grunt that needs to use technical skills as much as medical ones to heal wounds. Cyborgs are subjected to the following rules. There is learning to run. While physically capable, cyborgs are often emotionally challenged. Some of this is from PTSD, some from a lack of human interaction, some because nobody read bedtime stories to the assassination machine while it was being fabricated. Suffice to say, when performing physical tasks, the skill bonus of the cyborg is increased by 2, but when performing most social interactions, the skill bonus is decreased by 2. You also have all hope is gone. While cyborgs may indeed be fated to excel, they do not benefit from hope. The cyborg increases their fate by 2, but never accrues nor uses hope at any point. The metaphysical ramifications of living without hope are for the director and player to roleplay. There is also unstoppable. Many cyborgs are simply immune to pain. Whether this is a deliberate calculation or a tragic side effect is up to the player, but it means that the player is never aware of having taken damage. The director records all damage and only reveals this when they suffer an injury or take steps to check themselves. The director may choose to grant the cyborg extra hit points or armor, but this is up to the director. Let's talk about fated characters. Some characters wind up in the crosshairs of a Terminator for reasons outside anything they have done, yet. These targets are, according to Skynet, linchpins of the resistance and worthy of termination. Whether this turns out to be true is down to the actions of the player. Skynet has been wrong before. Regardless of their success or failure, these era-native characters are known as the Fated. Fated characters are optional, and some directors may prefer such characters to be non-player characters rather than players. All Fated characters are unforged by the war against the machines, and so have attribute maximums of 5 for all attributes. They also have different initial stats when compared to normal characters. There is also the Fated trait. Anytime a Fated character uses Fate in a scene they can, as soon as they catch their breath, roll 1d10. If the result is greater than double their current Fate, they gain a point of Fate. If their Fate is 0, they gain a point of Fate without requiring a roll. Characters with Fated are automatically known to Skynet, and so cannot take the known to Skynet trait. Fated characters are not a standard option. Many have a particular drive allowing them to dive into a regular role in quick order. For example, Sarah Connor. She is a combination of Grunt and Scout. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the rules and mechanics. The advanced options are very fun in my opinion and quite thematic. I would recommend that at least one character in the group is either a cyborg or a fated character. Now when it comes to figured stats and finishing touches, they are very easy to understand. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.